I had a comment and a question. They're semi-related. My first comment is primarily, I think, for the high school interns that are there. I was actually in high school with Phil's daughter as a classmate and have known him for a very long time. And I will say you're hearing stories right now about his engagement and how he listens. And I can say with certainty this isn't a recent occurrence. Since I have known him, and this goes back 30 odd years, he's been one of those people who just kind of listened. And so we talked about responsiveness to both parents as well as community. I think responsiveness to students was actually the thing that I saw most of all, is genuine interest in how I was doing as a student at the time. Is something that resonates with me very strongly, and has ever since. As a parent now of a couple of kids who are still a few years, just a couple years away from high school age, my question is actually looking a little bit beyond. I know that remote learning and how that's all working is a very present issue for all of us, but the term is 4 years, I believe. I wonder what 4 years ahead, like what success looks like for MVLA 4 years from now.
Thank you, Greg. Great question. I think we're going to emerge from this probably next year. That's 2021. And we will emerge a better district for it. We will have distance learning plans in place so that when students miss school, not for any long-term illness, but for just even a few days, they will be able to still participate in their learning and not have to make up things when they come back, provided they feel well enough to participate. I think when we come back, we're going to have a much better sense of what student weaknesses are and what teacher weaknesses are and strengths are on both sides, and we'll be better able to take advantage of them. The critical thing I worry about going forward is whether we will have the facilities we will need, maybe not so much for kids who are in 5th and 6th grade now, but for kids who are in kindergarten and 1st grade. There is a huge housing boom that's going to happen in Mountain View. And right now we do not have a high school to handle that. So before that housing boom produces the children that need that high school, it has to be there. And that's what we're working on at the moment.
Thanks. I hadn't even considered that aspect. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg. Looking good.
You too.